The secret of happiness. Once upon a time in a busy city, there lived a kind merchant. This merchant had a young son who was always unhappy and sad. No matter how many nice things surrounded him, the boy always complained of gloom. The merchant cared deeply for his son. He wanted his son to know the true meaning of happiness. So, one day, the merchant decided to send his son to a famous wise man who was known far and wide. The young son set out on his journey. He walked for many hours through a vast, hot desert. He crossed sandy roads and felt the sun on his face. Finally, he arrived at the palace of the wise man. The palace was huge and beautiful. It was surrounded by tall trees and lovely gardens. The gardens were full of colorful flowers, and the palace looked like a piece of paradise. When the boy entered the palace, he found many people gathered around the wise man. He waited patiently until it was his turn. Then he asked,
"Please, can you tell me the secret of happiness?"
The wise man listened carefully. After a short pause, he smiled and said,
I do not have time right now to explain the secret of happiness, but I will give you a task. Go out and walk around the palace for 2 hours. Before you leave, take this spoon filled with oil. When you return, do not let even one drop of oil fall from it.
The boy took the spoon and left. For 2 whole hours, he walked around the palace. But he was so worried about the oil in the spoon that he did not look around. He did not see the beautiful garden full of roses, nor did he notice the grand library filled with precious books. He even missed the wonderful art and treasures placed around the palace. All he could think about was holding the spoon tightly so that no oil spilled. When he finally returned to the wise man asked,
Did you see the beautiful garden with its lovely roses?
The boy answered,
No.
Then the wise man asked,
Did you see the magnificent library full of valuable books?
The boy answered again,
No.
Finally, the wise man asked,
Did you see the fine artifacts and treasures in the palace?
The boy replied,
No, I did not.
Puzzled, the wise man asked,
Why did you not see these wonderful things?
The boy answered,
I was so afraid of spilling even one drop of oil from my spoon, so I did not lift my eyes.
The wise man said,
Now go back and take a good look at everything around you, then return to me.
The boy left again, and this time he took his eyes off the spoon. He looked around and saw the bright, colorful garden, the splendid library, and the amazing treasures. He felt the beauty of the palace all around him. After a while, he returned to the wise man. The wise man then asked,
Tell me, what did you see?
The boy spoke excitedly about all the wonders he had seen. However, when the wise man looked at the spoon in the boy's hand, he noticed that some oil had spilled out. The wise man then said,
Look, my son, this spilled oil is the secret of happiness. We live in a world full of blessings and beauty given to us by God. But too often, we are so worried about small things, like keeping every drop of oil, that we miss the beauty around us.
He continued,
Happiness is to appreciate and enjoy the many blessings we have. When you focus on the beauty and goodness in your life, your worries and small troubles will fall away, just like the spilled oil.
The wise man then spoke these final words.
You only live once on this earth. If you make a mistake, apologize. When you are happy, share your joy. Do not be complicated, and above all, do not hold anger, bitterness, or hatred in your heart.
The boy listened and understood the deep meaning. He learned that the secret of happiness is to appreciate the simple, beautiful blessings in life, just like enjoying a warm cup of coffee or admiring a beautiful garden, without letting small worries take away your joy. The story of the secret of happiness teaches us that life is full of blessings. We often focus on small worries and miss the beauty that is all around us. Always look at the beauty, enjoy the blessings, and be grateful.